So I've been playing around the past few weeks with this little recipe-based color effects generator and really digging deep in 2.2 with the new recipe additions as to what I can do with it. So the whole thing works on sequence number 201 here, which is my color effects sequence. So I have that mapped to a temp fader. When I pull that up, now the generator's running. All that this sequence has are these three recipe lines. They're either toggled on or off. So I'm using different sequences, which actually have no cue data. They're just running commands here. And so in this case, it is setting the sequence recipe line for the aura effect, which is one group of fixtures. It's setting that as either enabled or disabled. Part of the magic in the layout views is each of these cues have appearances of either green or red. And if you go into your sequence settings and prefer cue appearance, the sequence appearance itself will toggle based on the cue appearance. So I can cycle through all of these. And if you notice on the right, it's just sequences changing. But I am either toggling on or off things and then changing the sequence color so that the layout responds. And that's the same here with assigning wings values. So all you have to do to reassign values to a recipe line, like we'll check phase, for example. You can see the phase changing as I cycle through here on this effect. If I go to my phase sequence, for example, the syntax, I know this looks a little monstrous, but it's okay, is set, and then sequence number, property, and then properties in quotes. So one thing that I've started doing with these commands is we'll just go store an extra. I guess it would help if I selected the right sequence. We'll store a fourth cue real quick. If you do set hashtag bracket sequence 201 Q1 close bracket, you can leave this as sequence 201 Q1 if you want, but if you do hashtag bracket and then close bracket, as of 2.0, that will give it this yellow tag. So if this sequence is ever renamed or is moved or what have you, it will always update this command, which is awesome, and I think is a stellar feature that should have been there a long time ago. We'll just get rid of this cue here. But that's kind of the magic under the hood, is cycling through these additional sequences that just have appearances assigned to them and are changing parameters of my main sequence. So let me select that again. If I change the wings value, for example, all that's happening is there's a sequence here that is saying set sequence 201 Q1 property X-Wings 0. It's also really fun seeing X-Wings as a command. And then when I manually set the color here, which is something else that I wrote in, these are just very simple macros that are saying on that sequence, go to the cue to set the color. And that's kind of the magic behind it. Otherwise, there is a BPM. I've got a tap BPM on my console. It is mapped also to one of the master faders, so that controls speed of the effect. If I pull my temp fader up, suddenly we are running. Right now, phase is set to 0, but if I hit 0 to 360, boom, wings is set to 3. Let's set it to 0. Now we're straight left to right. And the thing that's awesome about it being recipe driven under the hood is if, let's say my group 3 here changes. If I pull up group 3 here, I've just got it running left to right in the selection grid so that I get the pattern that I want, even though some of these are up and down. But let's say I add even more lights. All I have to do is update group 1 or group 3 or whichever group, and the effect updates with it and it follows, which is part of why recipes are so incredible, and I didn't understand that until recently. It's really fantastic what you can do with these. As for how the colors themselves change, these sequences are copying different presets that are referenced by the actual phaser that's running. So each one copy each preset. And if I go over to this other view, so I cycle through these colors. This is my color preset pool here. If I scroll up to the very top, there are my actual root colors. But all this is doing is copying color to this color. And these right here are just phasers that have been created with these two root values. And no other attributes assigned to them. And that's the secret of how it comes together. Leave a comment if this was helpful or if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys on the next one.